Oh, Chucking friends, I am sorry I'm late. Welcome. I'm Mickey Maria. I am your Chalk Couture independent designer. Welcome to my Thursday night live demonstration video. We are kind of repeating what we did last night a little bit different take on it. New glue to make it a little bit easier and a little bit better. I got to plug in my hot glue gun. I got new glue today, but I wanted to do a comparison of what we made last night and what we're going to make tonight. A little bit of a yin and yang type. We're going to create again with the very same transfer, which is the farmhouse country tile. Isn't this pretty? It's just so pretty. I mean, I think I could kind of put it on everything. I have a really cool distressed it a little bit, white board that we're going to create on. I think we're going to distress it a little bit more with some ink and an ink pad. I got me some new glue to put our little feet on. And tonight we're going to use, again, our funky little snowman. And maybe this time we won't put them upside down. My daughter had a really good point when I showed her what we made last night. She's like, you should have put the snowman the right way because the other side says hot cocoa bar. I didn't think about that. See, kids are so much smarter than we are, aren't they? They seem to know all the right things to do. But, oh well. So welcome everybody. I'm Making Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer. I make a live demonstration video every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time right here on this amazing business page. So come on back if you haven't liked and followed. Please do so that you can get notified when I go live. Also, if you're watching me on YouTube, thank you for watching me on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. Oh, and did you know I'm on TikTok? Oh my gosh, what a crazy place. Do not go down the TikTok rabbit hole is all I gotta say, because you can laugh and giggle and waste an awful lot of time doing absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh, but yeah, so I'm on TikTok, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. I am feeling very connected. Do you feel connected? Because I'm feeling very connected. But what I do on all of those mediums is I pretty much do the same projects. So obviously TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram, I do shortened videos. If you want to see my lightning hands, you can see my lightning hands there. But welcome everybody. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to use this really pretty board. It's just a wood board my husband routered. I painted it and then I sanded it to give it a little bit of a distressing. I think we're going to kind of zhuzh up the distressing a little bit with some ink. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to quick get this into, if I can, if it's going to let me, maybe, put this in my, the Making Maria Crafty community, because that's where all the fun stuff happens. So, in the Making Maria Crafty community, we do all kinds of fun things. Hang on, I'm getting there. So in the crafty community, I post bundles and specials. We play fun games. Did you notice the fun March Madness one? What the heck, right? You know, let's have a little fun. I know absolutely nothing about basketball, but everybody talks March Madness. I'm like, well, let's have Chalk Madness, right? We can have fun too. We don't have to talk about basketball. We can talk about crafts. So today's post on March Madness was chalk or ink. Which one should win? And I gotta tell you, ink is the underdog right now. So if you like ink, you better get your vote in there and put ink. So I picked a bunch of them out every day so that we can have a little bit of fun of them. So if you are new to our chalking party, say hello. Tell me where you're from. I'm chit chatty. I like to talk to the people while you watch me. So feel free to talk to me while I create. Okay, so we've got this super fun little board. We're going to stick our little snowman on it again to make it a short little riser. So last night's project was narrow and longer. So tonight I went wider and shorter. So it doesn't have sides. So this is actually going to be a riser. All the rage, all the fun. I got smart with my E6000 because my problem is I buy the big huge tubes and they don't last long, or they don't use it enough that I use the whole tube. So I decided to buy these really cute little ones because I think they won't dry up as fast. So I think we're going to do is, I think we're going to chalk first, and then we may go around the edges with a little ink and kind of dirty it up a little bit. And we're probably going to sand it a little bit. I want this to be real tonal. I don't want this to be bright. So I've got white paint, and then I pulled out grayish, which is kind of a dirty white chalk color. It's not a bright white. It's not a gray. I mean, it's a very light gray, I would say, and it needs a drink. All of our new pastes are starting to come out, so all the new Creamy Dreamy Formula paste. There's a huge restock today of paste colors. So if you've been waiting on paste, they're all starting to come in stock now. And they're all the new formula. This one just needs a really good stirring. When they're clumpy, they still aren't. It's not clumpy, it's lumpy, because they're not hard. They're just like lumps. It just needs to be stirred, and then it'll go back to the way it's supposed to be. All right, so we're going to use that. We're going to use the 4-inch handled squeegee and just whoosh, whoosh. We're going to be done. It's going to be a super quick, fast, and easy process. We're going to use hot glue and E6000 to attach our feet, and we may sand and dirty up our project a little bit. So that's the plan for what we're going to do here tonight. So, piece of wood, transfer, feet. Questions? Shoot away, because now's your chance. All right, so I am going to place our transfer on here, and I am going to kind of center the design. So tonight, I'm probably going to take it more off the backer sheet, and don't do it the way I did it. You should lay your transfer upside down and take your backer sheet off. It goes much easier when you do it that way. So I'm going to place this guy on, and my board is almost the exact size of my transfer, but I am going to have a little bit on the edge that it's not going to cover. So I'm trying to get myself centered and straight, which is always a challenge for me. Okay, I think we're good. Nope, we're not good. My intention is to sand it a little bit, so it's not going to be that obvious if I'm not perfect on here. That's pretty close. Okay, so I'm going to seal my transfer. This is an important step because you want to remove any air bubbles, because air bubbles will create what's called a bleed. So you do want to make sure, and you can see air because your screen is iridescent. If there's, like here, I can see air because I can see the bubble in the screen. So you just lift it up and then push the air out and reseal it, and that gets rid of that air bubble. Okay, so this is going to take us about 2 seconds to make. I'm going to blob on big, huge blobs of paste, which is way more paste than I need. I'm going to take my squeegee, and I'm simply going to go across. The 4-inch handled squeegee works very well for projects like this where you're doing one color. There's not a lot of detail to it. And then you just take, look at how much extra paste that is. Just stick it all right back in your container. The big key is making sure that you've covered up your whole silk screen. That's the big key. Is making sure you get the whole thing covered. If you get the whole thing covered, you're golden. Okay. And again, no lines. If you have any lines, you want to smooth them out. Again, I'm not super worried about my edges because I am going to sand. Now you just pull your transfer off. I love this transfer. Use your hand, Maria. Okay, voila. Now we have a super cute little transfer or design. I'm going going to set that behind me. I am going to very quickly wipe off that big globs of extra paste. I have found that when you have big globs of extra paste on your transfer, it's on the edges of your transfer from when you, you know, where the edges kind of got on the, you know, the edges of the board. You get bigger globs of paste because your squeegee isn't going to squeegee it off. It's best to wipe those off your transfer versus letting them dry on your transfer, again, just because it's easier to get them off when the chalk paste is wet than when your chalk paste is dry. All right, so we have this super cute design, which we're going to dry, and then we're going to sand. And what the sanding is going to do, and again, I'm just wiping off my squeegee. What the sanding is going to do is it's going to make it even less noticeable. So I'm going to hold it up, and I'm going to dry it. Chalk paste dries very quickly. If you're not live, you don't need to dry it. You can just set it aside, and it'll dry all on its own. I just try to speed the process up because you guys are watching me. So you just give her a dry. You guys are very quiet today. Nobody's talking to me. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. So I'm just drying it. This is a lot of chalk paste, so it just takes a little longer just because there's a lot of paste. Okay. So I'm dry. I'm going to give it an extra second before we do the sanding, and we'll just put our feet on. So I think we're going to do them upside down again, just because I kind of like upside down. So these little tubes of E6000 kind of, they have, you know, the little pokey thing to get your little hole in so it comes out. So there's two tricks to the glue. You use two different kinds of glue, and you do that for a reason. First off, the E6000 is going to make it actually stick, you know, get you a good solid. But the hot glue, which you then put on, the hot glue gives you kind of that instant. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Miss Carol. Oops, I put it on the wrong end. Okay, when you put it on the wrong end, wash it off. Thank you for saying hello. I am using, so Carol, that's the Farmhouse Collection Tile is the name of it. Okay, so I put my glue on the wrong side. And you guys seem farther away from me than normal. Because I feel like you can't see my hands, what I'm doing, and I've got hot glue everywhere. So I'm just taking the hot glue off that I put on because I wanted to put it upside down, and I put the glue on the wrong end. All right, so we're gonna try that again. I'm gonna stick my E6000, and then you put your hot glue right around it. The hot glue gives you that instant where the E6000 takes longer to cure. But this gives you that, you know, the hot glue, as soon as it dries, you're golden. So again, E6000. And then just a little, you don't need a ton of hot glue. You just need enough to hold it on. And then we're going to flip this transfer over. And we're going to sand to give it a little bit more of a distressed look. So I'm kind of into these stands right now. You can always tell when Maria gets into something because I make a lot of them in different ways. And what I want to do today is I want to compare for you the two that we've made. So now we've made one that was stained. This one is painted. The other one was a box. This one is just a tray. And you can truly do this with anything. I'm going to show you, I bought a cutting board that you can even put the feet on the cutting board, which is also very popular right now in the farmhouse decor. Look. Okay. So, just like that, we have feet. on our little table. I'm gonna flip her over. And it's level. Score. Okay, so I bought this cutting board. Look how cool this cutting board is. You could even put the little feet guys, you know, on the bottom of the cutting board and have a really cute little tray cutting board. I mean, this is like screaming. And again, very popular right now. You're kind of seeing that look all over. All right, so let's do a little bit of sanding. There we go, here's my sanding block. So what I want to do is I did sand the edges after I painted it, but now I want to actually sand a little bit of the chalk off. And it's going to give it kind of that whitewashy look. Like so. Oops. So see, now it has that totally distressed, very faint, vintagey look. Okay, this is really cool. So it just kind of gives it that. And now if we take some ink, I'm a hot mess tonight. If we take some ink and a blotter pad, we can go around the edges of this and, you know, even dirty it up more, which just kind of accentuates a little bit that grungy look. You know, and this is one of those, you kind of do it as much as you like it. It just kind of gives it that. And, you know, if you put too much on and you don't like it, sand it off. You can do a little more on the edges. Just kind of give it a little something. So my daughter and I have been addicted to The Masked Dancer. I know, we're behind. It's been on TV. It's over. The season is over. But tonight was the season finale that we were watching on, I think we were watching it on Netflix. Oh my gosh. Some of those people can dance. I didn't expect to like the show, and it turned out to be pretty cool. We like Masked Singer. You know, I'm always looking for that clean, wholesome entertainment you can watch with your kids. Okay, so now I'm getting really grungy. Just kind of vintaging it up a little bit. Voila! So now I have vintaged edges. We vintaged the chalk that we put on, and I could, you know, if it's too thick in any areas, I just keep going with my full sanding. But that's, now we have this cute little riser tray guy. I'll take a picture of him. Well, I'm not going to be able to take my normal picture here in the morning. So we have this super cute little legs, super fun riser. I'm going to be gone really early tomorrow morning, so I'm not going to have a chance to take my normal pictures, but I will take them and post them. So it'll be a hot minute before you see this picture. But check out, you know, the distressing on here of just taking a little sandpaper to your chalk, and then check out, you know, the edging, how we dirtied it up to make it look a little more grungy. Shabby chic, right? That's the word, shabby chic. We made it look shabby chic. So it's just our super cute little snowman and our super cute little table. Isn't that adorable? Go us. Okay, that's really cute. It's not level because it's sitting on top of half of a thing. There, now it's level. No, it's still not, because two of the legs are on and two of the legs are off. But this is our super fun project for the evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Making Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer. This is the Farmhouse Collection. The Tile is the name of the transfer that we have used here this evening. If you want to check out any of these amazing products, you can go right to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. You can check out all the amazing Chalk Couture goodness. If you're not in the Making Maria Crafty community, that's where all the fun stuff happens. You can comment, add me, or you can message me, and I'll send you the link. But that's where all the fun stuff happens. You got to get in there. Even more fun than out here. I know, right? Hard to believe I could be any more crazy. But I am. All right, I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I will not be around much tomorrow. I'll be available via my phone, so if you need something, message me and I will get it. Otherwise, I won't be live. I won't be home in time to go live tomorrow night. So maybe I'll try to go live on Saturday. Maybe. Because I'm going to miss. I do a live demo every night with the exception of Saturday nights, but in this particular instance, I won't be live on Friday either. So I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I will be back at you on Sunday night. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Have a great night and a great weekend.